Hi everyone! Welcome to spooky season. Woo!
Ooh.
I'm Cindy. I'm the piñata.
I'm Joe. I am a Jedi. Ooh.
I'm Maria. I'm just a witch.
Just a
Not the
witch.
Just
Just a witch. Well, how's everyone doing today in the spooky fall weather?
Ooh, I'm feeling okay mentally and physically, but
Okay.
no, last night I just had another nightmare last night.
Another
though.
nightmare.
Like actually though.
Yo, what happened?
Yo.
What's up with you and these nightmares?
I don't know.
It's a time.
So
A vision.
A vision.
I don't know,
A
like-
vision.
the past 2 days, I've been I've been dreaming. I'm gonna keep being chased by someone.
You're stressed.
But I'm not though.
That's creepy.
I'm pretty chill right now. I'm pretty stress free right now, to be honest.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe some maybe some deeper psychological stuff that I don't know about.
Yeah, get that checked.
I don't know, but I don't know. Vietnamese people love talking about fears and dreams.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
So Vietnamese people love folklore, and growing up, me and my family would literally just stay up and just talk about scary stuff, scary folklores that they knew. I didn't know about, but they told me.
Okay, what's some of them?
So a beginner little folklore would be so our version of the boogeyman is called Ông Babi. So basically means an old man with a 3 sack, and if you're naughty, he will come at night and.
This sounds like Krampus.
No, I'm telling you, it's like the boogeyman version of Vietnam. But basically, it's something that parents made up to scare their kids to be good, basically.
Do you know about this?
I don't know about that, but for me, my siblings and I and our cousins to fall asleep quicker, they came up with this blind witch that had long white hair. Every time when her hair would sway, little kids' heads are in there screaming because they didn't go to sleep at their curfew. Yeah, they didn't sleep at their curfew.
Is this a thing that your parents made up, or it's a Vietnamese folklore?
It's made up.
Okay,
It's made up.
okay.
But to us, we're like, holy shit! It's like a Vietnamese version of Bloody Mary or something.
Mm-hmm.
But this witch is blind. She has long fingernails. She'll if she can smell your
Your eyes open?
your eyes wide open, she can smell it. But she's blind.
Mm-hmm.
She can smell it, and she'll use her long fingernails to touch your
So
face,
creepy.
and then
That's
cut
scary.
your head, and then
Yeah,
attach it to your
yeah.
hair. We're like, what?
Yeah.
It's so scary.
Did you go to sleep on time after
Heck
that?
yeah! Every time it was 10 o'clock,
Yeah.
my eyes are shut because I was so scared.
Mm-hmm.
It's a thing.
Is there any other Vietnamese
Ooh,
folklore?
so my favorite one where I found recently is called
Oh my god.
it's called Ma Vu Zai. It literally translates to long-breasted ghost woman. So basically, basically her folklore is usually at night she's perched on trees, waiting for prey to hunt on, and what she does is literally she force feeds weary travelers with her breast milk, and then you wake up just unconscious in the morning with dirt in your mouth.
Dirt!
Yeah.
Dried out milk.
Who drunk man
Yo,
made up? That's what I'm thinking.
That's what I'm
The
thinking
drunk
too.
man was just on the side of the road. He's like, oh my god, this witch did this to me.
It's always witches. It's always witches.
Uh-huh.
What about Macaram? Macaram is the Chinese zombie vampire that goes and to freeze it.
No.
You put a spell on his face, but the window's always open, so the wind always comes in and blows it off, and that's how they come and attack you.
Do you know that one?
From the Chinese movies.
I do know this one, but I never found it scary. I always found it funny because how they look
scared?
is they wear traditional Chinese officer uniforms, and they have a talisman over their head, and they jump up like this.
Yeah, just.
And it just looks so funny. I don't find it scary at all. But I
It
guess
is so
scares
scary.
you,
What are you
know?
talking about? They have the teeth and everything. They're you put the spell on them. Their eyes are shut, so they're like this, right?
Well, Asian movies are
And
scary.
It's always scary. And then the wind. Why the window is always open? I don't know. But the wind would blow off the spell, and all of a sudden their eyes would just bolt right up.
And you said this is a movie, or
This is a movie.
It's
It's
a
a-
movie.
Watch me find it, and you're gonna.
It's kind of like a specific kind of trope for movies, like
Okay.
like certain movies or series has zombies, and this is the automatic zombie character for
Yeah.
Chinese people back then. It's different now though.
Like
Oh, yeah.
white, pale, white, scary.
Yeah.
People
yeah.
know what I'm talking about. It's from
Oh,
movies.
yeah.
Okay, we probably watch it as kids, but it was like it's
Y'all
a
probably
Chinese
watch
movie.
it as kids.
I did.
Chinese
did.
movie, but it's Vietnamese dubbed.
Yeah.
See, yeah.
Okay.
Every
okay.
Vietnamese kid know what I'm talking about.
They know what I'm talking about.
Validate her.
Yeah.
Validate
Yeah.
Maria in the comments.
Everyone used to go to the rental shop. For
Yeah,
the
the VHS tapes.
Yeah, the
yes.
VHS tapes, and I would like pick some up with my parents every Sunday, and we watch it. So yeah.
Carrying like dozens of those VHS tapes back, and you gotta rewind it every time you're done using it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, so I didn't grow up. Well, obviously, I didn't grow up with those stories, but I grew up with like, I guess like not La Riona. It was like my mom had these stories about Guatemala and Antigua, like, cause so what like in Antigua, her specific town, it's cobblestones. So she was saying like for men.
Did they make a Netflix movie on this? I think I saw it.
No, it's not La Riona. La Riona is like more Mexican.
Oh.
And then
okay.
Guatemalans have their own things. Like every country has their own scary story.
Okay.
Yeah, to like scare people and stuff like that. So this one specifically were to scare people to get off the streets.
Oh.
So it's supposed to be like the devil is traveling in town.
Oh God.
And so like it's cobblestones and it's like you hear like the horses and the carriage going by.
Was it the headless?
No, babe. This is
I'm
a
scared.
whole different story.
I'm
You've
nervous. I'm
never
sorry.
heard.
Like you're making me like get flashbacks in my head. I'm like scared.
I know, but she's coming up with all these things. She's
I
like,
know,
is it
bro.
this? And I'm like, Maria, you've never heard this story.
We're bringing up all these Maria's fears right now.
I know, for real.
so scared.
But yeah, continue on with yours.
So then basically, it's a woman, right, carrying a baby. And if she sees you and she shows you the baby, it's the devil. And you like
Oh
you
my
die.
God.
Yeah. So if you're like caught on the streets of Antigua that's really late and it gets like foggy, you better go home. Or she would like there's like other stories, but also like we were talking about this, like house spirits.
Yeah.
My mom was telling me stories about like our old family house, right? And she would say like she would always hear like my uncle, her brother, who like lived in the basement because it was like finished, and she would hear the door open, and she was like, "Oh hey, you're home," and no one would respond, and she heard like steps going down the stairs, and she's like, "What's happening?" And she'll go downstairs and nothing was there. And then I've learned to realize there's a thing called a mimic, where it mimics like your sounds or like people that you know in the house.
I just remember part of my dream. I dreamed about that
A mimic.
because we were talking about it yesterday, so I dreamed about it.
What, you heard things?
Yeah, like I was dreaming, and then I heard like an echo of a voice in my house and it kicked me out. But yeah, all right, continue. Sorry.
But no, so like then like it's so funny. Like I could never prove like my house was haunted. Like even though my mom told me that story and like everyone would be scared and stuff like that, I've always just felt like there was something in the house and things like that. Like I always felt like there was just a spirit. I don't know. What about you guys?
So for me, like my parents' house right now is 100%.
You sure?
Yeah. I first sent something when I was like 17. I was like, it was like random night on a weekday. We was just chilling in the house. I was in my room eating an apple, just play computer, and then I finished my apple and then I put it on top of my full trash can. And I went to go brush my teeth, and when I came back, the apple disappeared. And like no one came upstairs that day at all. And I was trying to look over the place. I was like, where'd it go? And it was gone. I was creeped out. And then that night, I keep hearing footsteps, like in the direction of in the back of what I was sleeping.
We got Sage's house.
Yeah, and like I heard it the entire night. I couldn't sleep. It was bad, and it happened again the next day. But I was already so tired that I was like, fuck it. If you're gonna kill me. I'm gonna go to sleep.
Oh, hell
What about
no.
you?
See, my old row home, my mom did tell us there was a grandpa's spirit in the house.
A grandpa's spirit. How your mom
Yeah.
know this?
My mom has a gift where I feel like we all have it. Like we could always sense that like the environment is like paranormal, because like I get goosebumps all over my body, and like the hair in the back of my neck would stick up. I'm like scared right now because you guys are telling me like stop. Anyways, yeah. So like one time I think like my dad was coming home drunk. It was like he's a grandpa spirit. My mom was sewing down in the basement, right? He slammed the door, the spirit, because it was just my mom, my sister, and I down in the basement, because this is before we had brothers. the basement door would slam 3 times. And my mom's like, all right, enough, stop. So my mom has this like gift where she can tell spirits to like listen to her. I forgot what it's called. It's some type of tongue.
My mom told me about this too.
Yeah, it's a
Is she a
gift.
seer? Is she a shaman?
So like my mom's side of the family, like we have like parallel, like I guess like powers in a way. I guess you can say that.
You're a witch.
She's actually a witch, guys.
But my mom has a gift where spirits will listen to her and obey her. My mom's cousin can cast out possessions in Vietnam.
Yeah.
Possessions in Vietnam is it's crazy. It's
Yeah,
scary. Like
yeah.
I'm shaking talking about it, but
Oh.
like
Yeah,
I'm scared.
yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
scared. I'm not nervous. I'm just scared.
Yeah.
And then my mom's one cousin can see spirits and stuff like that. That's a gift. Like she's a medium. She can see stuff. That's why she doesn't go to like any like funeral homes. It's too much. She passed out before. Like yeah, she knows. But for our home, there was like a grandpa spirit. He only wanted to stick around because like my mom was having kids. I guess he passed before getting to know his grandkids, so he just stayed in that home. But like he would move things and stuff like that. I guess to like so we don't get to it or drop it or break it or get hurt from it.
Oh, he's
he's a good
protecting
spirit.
Yeah, he's a good spirit.
He's a
Like
good spirit.
protecting you.
he one time moved our computer monitor off from this like was it cabinet or something?
Yeah.
On top of it. So like my mom just put it on there to get it out of the way so the dogs don't get to it or us kids trip over it.
Yeah.
So she put it on there. I guess because my brother was like climbing over the place, instead of like having it fall on him, I guess he moved it to the ground. Yeah, it's scary. No, I can't. But I also have like an
wonder.
experience. Yeah, I been around where people had experiences, but I never had it. Like one time, my best friend and I, we took a trip to Arizona. Our hotel room was haunted.
How you know?
I had like goosebumps, but I didn't want to like scare anybody. But my best friend Tao had an experience where we literally shared a bed because our other friend was in the other bed, right? I slept like a normal person. I felt nothing. But she felt like something was on top of her.
Oh, isn't
She lay down
it
and she
called like
couldn't-
sleep paralysis?
Yeah, like
Or,
the
a
thing.
sleep,
It was
the
a sleep paralysis.
The sleep
Was it?
demon.
Yeah, because usually you see a sleep demon. She's like, she woke up, she was in a panic, but nobody, like, I didn't hear her, like, moving around. My friend Nicole heard her, like, did you have, like, a nightmare or something? She's like, no, I could not get out of my sleep. Like, I could not get out.
Is that sleep paralysis?
It was like,
Yeah.
something was on top of her. And then later on one night, she said, like, it felt like somebody was underneath her. It was just weird. It was such a weird thing. And then we had, like, I don't know, we got creeped out because something happened at the hotel room. So we used the flat iron table to, like, block the Jack and Jill room, that door that separates the two rooms.
Yeah.
The way we put it, you can't move it.
Yeah.
So in the middle of the night, it fell down. I was just like, holy shit.
Oh.
Yeah, it fell down. And yeah, no. Like, that was just so scary. Like, I just don't experience stuff. My
Yeah.
friends do.
Yeah.
Because I wear my grandpa's chain, which is like protection for me. Like, would you want to mess with like a 6 foot tall Italian man
Yeah.
in the spirit realm?
Spirit round. Just fighting.
No one wants to fight that. Like,
Yeah.
he's a Marine vet. Think about
Yeah.
it. You don't want to fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
So no, I never had those experiences. I don't want it. Please don't attach to me. But like, I remember going to New Orleans. We did a ghost tour with my friend. We went to the murder house, and I caught on my camera because we did a tour guide. I didn't know it was caught until we watched it back. Because the murder house is very intense. Like, we got on the block, and I was just like, uh-oh.
Yeah, you
You're
felt
like,
it.
what? I was like, something's wrong. I had goosebumps all over my body. I was like, look. I was telling him, I was like, look, like, I'm scared. And then, because I was like, I didn't know about the murder house. Nobody knew because we saw it. I saw it on American Horror Story. I didn't know it was like real or not.
Real, yeah.
But in like the background where the gate, my camera caught a big black figment.
I want to see.
It was a ghost figment.
Yo, New Orleans be haunted.
Yeah,
though.
it's
haunted.
so haunted.
Yeah.
Like, I was just so scared. I was just like, okay. But I never touched the video again because it creeps me out. Because you can kind of like see it move and it disappear. So you have to catch it at a good time. I wasn't even paying attention to that side because my camera was following the tour guide.
Yeah.
Because she was very eccentric. So I was just following her around.
So, what you said about your mom has powers, I think everyone has powers, because my mom told me the same thing. Like, my mom comes from Guatemala. A lot of, not brujeria, but like just things would happen there. But she was saying, like, when it comes to attachment or things, if you feel something's in your house, you just have to claim your power. You just have to, this is like tip, guys. Here's a little tip. Like, you just have to, like, scream and shout and just tell them, like, I'm back in power. Like fucking leave and stuff like that. Like, you need to stand your ground and just tell them. Like, if you think about it, not saying like if you watch exorcisms and stuff like that, they be shouting. They're like, no, like, we have the power. Like, it's truly fear that you give into it, right?
Because they feed on fear.
They feed on fear.
Don't be no bitch, guys. Tell that ghost, back up.
Be strong.
Yeah.
But talking about fears, actually about like my whole house and everything.
Yeah.
I used to be so scared of the dark. But it was because of my 3 older brothers. They would fuck around with me so much. Like when they would babysit me, they would like turn off all the lights in the house, and like I'm tiny, right? And I can't get to the light switches. And they would just like be hiding in spots, like grabbing my legs and stuff like that. I know. Or like, I don't know if you guys remember Tales from the Crypt.
No. Yes. Nickelodeon? Was it on Nickelodeon?
No, it was on something. It's not Goosebumps,
Never
but it's like
seen
Tales from the Crypt.
I know
like,
what you're talking about.
They would always put me right in front, and my mom would always tell them like, stop watching it with me, because like I was afraid. Like, I was always running to my parents' room. And so they would put me right in front. They're like, oh, Cindy, it's not going to happen this time or whatever. I don't know why. I kept believing that it was never going to keep happening. But they'll put me right in the front, and like the guy will pop up like at the end of the Tales of the Crypt. And they will grab me. And I'm like, ah! Like, I just start screaming.
I hated that part. I know it's coming, but it always scares me.
And then my mom would just hear me scream, and then she started screaming that she was about to come up there and beat their ass. Like, stop doing that stuff. But does anyone have like youth fears? Like when you were fear of a kid? Like, were you ever afraid when your parents told you these stories?
I was never afraid. Like, they actually caused my trauma for darkness. Like, I used to scare the dark so much. I remember when I was like, I think 8 years old or something like that, they would punish me by putting me in the bathroom with the lights off for like a hot minute, and then ever since then, like, if like I need to turn off the light to downstairs, I gotta run upstairs.
Oh, I love that. The demon's chasing us. We gotta run.
You can't get me once I cross the light, bitch. So yeah, like, that was my fear. But I also have a very uncommon phobia, which I'm afraid of caterpillars as well.
Where did that come from?
I don't know. I remember when I lived in Texas, and there was caterpillar season, and there was like everywhere, like all over the place. It was so bad. And then one time, a caterpillar landed on my shoulder, and I didn't realize it. And then I saw it, and I literally just, I freaked the fuck out. I froze up.
So if we show you a photo of a caterpillar,
you'll
be scared? Just a photo?
I'm not scared.
I get it.
I'm like very uncomfortable. Like the sight of it just makes me like cringe. Like,
okay. What about you? Did you? It sounds like you've just been scared your whole life.
Right?
I was scared my whole life.
She got powers.
We all have a little bit of power.
Fears as kids. Oh, I was afraid of clowns, Chucky, ventriloquist dummies. Freaks me out. To this day, freaks me out. Oh my god, I feel like somebody's gonna use this against me one day.
Stop talking.
Always been afraid of heights, so that's like a thing. I don't like watching scary movies. Anything that's like demon related. I'm not a fan of Conjuring.
I hate demon related stuff.
Yeah,
that's like
I cannot do it.
It's too real.
It's so real. What is it? That's about it. Oh, and hearing like footsteps, like baby footsteps. Yeah,
Mimics. Baby footsteps specifically.
I love that babies.
Like babies' footsteps when they're like running, you kind of hear it. I just always associate that to like Chucky or a ventriloquist dummy coming in to get me. Scary. Why don't laugh at me? This is
no, we get it.
We're not laughing at you. We're laughing with you.
We're all scared.
I also was afraid of E.T.
E.T. What?
E.T. was scary.
Wow.
Okay. I'm not afraid of him now. But I was when I was younger. It was so creepy. That thing was running into like freaking forest area.
It was out of nowhere.
E.T. was cute.
Creepy.
I think
I was scared.
so.
Not anymore, Joe.
E.T. phone home.
No, my siblings used to chase me around. Like, I'm their older sister, but they used
Yeah.
to chase me around with like the ET stuffed animals
I
from
know what
like
you're talking about.
Toys R Us. Things freaky. Just the neck thing. Oh, yeah,
You're,
no.
you're so
I
funny.
can't.
You're so funny.
You're so funny, Maria.
I know. Well,
Hilarious.
what's funny is like demons are still kind of my fear.
Yeah,
But
same.
another like adult fear, as I call it, is like being too comfortable in my 9 to 5. Like
Ooh, 9 to 5 job.
student
Oh,
loans.
taxes.
Yeah, adult fears. Adult
Yeah.
fears are for real.
Scarier.
Yeah, it's scarier.
It's real.
Yeah, it's real. Like debt, credit, student loans. I know.
Violation tickets. Ooh.
Parking tickets.
Ooh, Philly's bad with those.
Yeah,
I know,
for real.
So bad.
And then like what I carried over as like as a youth fear into adult fear is I was always afraid my parents would never wake up. So like I would always like open their door when they're sleeping and just watch if they're breathing.
So cute. So cute.
I don't know. Like, and then that's also like really now, like
Yeah.
real now. Like spend time with your parents, guys.
Yeah, you
That's
never know.
that's an adult
Call
fear.
them back.
Tell them you love them.
Even when we were younger, like when they're leaving, we're just like, they're never coming back.
It was
You
like
look
that
out
was your
the window.
fear?
They're just like, are you coming back home, Mom? Are you coming back home? She's like, I'm going away. I'm just shopping for an hour. That lady never shops for an hour. That lady's gone for like 4 or 5 hours.
How old
She's
were
escaping
you?
kids from her kids. What? Probably like 10? Oh no, I was pretty young. I was always scared that my mom's never coming back
Oh,
home.
that's
Yeah.
cute though.
Yeah.
Like it's just like
Just
that's
look
such
at the
a
window. It's
fear.
like, where's this lady?
Everyone's like that.
Everyone's
like,
like
I was
that.
like that.
Okay, like I was
Exactly.
scared that my mom was never coming back. Then I had to raise my siblings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I have to raise these kids by
for
myself.
myself.
They're mean to me. They suck.
They chase me around with ET stuffed animals. I can't. No, that's it. That's
Yeah.
like, that's my fear. Like just losing my mom. That's like my first best friend.
Aw.
It's like a legit fear.
That is a fear now.
Yeah.
Our parents.
I
It's
track
scary out
her.
here.
I track her. I gave her a Apple tag as a necklace. You don't know. I track her.
Wait,
ass.
like right now?
Yeah, I know where she's at right now. I'm tracking her.
Why don't you just give her? Why don't you just put her location on her phone?
Because sometimes like she will go fishing and there's no signal. But
Yo,
my Apple tag
Maria,
will
the
work.
fact that she has an Apple tag on her mom.
Yo.
She gives me anxiety, and the lady never picks up her phone.
Yeah.
That's true. My
Never
parents
picks up her phone, so
never
yeah.
pick up their phone, and that always like freaks me out too.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like I'll be calling them 3 times. I'm like pick up the fucking phone, like
I
all
know,
the
it's so
time.
scary.
busy.
Especially, I think it's like worse for me now that I know they're older and they're more exposed to like, I guess like diabetes, heart attacks, like it's just so scary. Like, please pick up my phone. I called you 10 times.
Yeah.
I love that. I like that when spooky season became talking about sentimental with our parents.
I know.
Yeah,
right?
but like that's my fear. Like that, like something's happening to her. Like now I know how my mom feels when we're out and about. We don't call our parents. We don't tell our parents.
Yeah.
Like they would sit up and like, my kid's not coming home. She's
That
in the ditch
was
somewhere.
that was my
Yeah.
mom's
Yeah.
fear, like growing up. I know we talked about this. Like I can't say in Spanish, but she would be like, I can't go to sleep unless you're here, type time.
Yeah.
And then like I'll like come in like midnight. She'll flick up the like the light. She'll be right there. She's like, "What happened? I thought we said 10 o'clock." And I was like, "Damn, mom!" Like,
Yo, literally me too.
Yeah.
and I'll be like,
dude.
"Yo, just go to sleep. Like I'll be
Yeah.
all right." But like I get it now, you know.
Yeah, I get it now.
Yeah. Like for me, same thing. When I was in my early 20s, I would go out all the time, and I come at like 1. She's like, I hear her. She hears me walk up the steps. She's like, "Come down." Like,
Out of nowhere, it's like, oh,
yeah, mom.
you
I'm
hear
like,
that?
"Hello."
My
Yeah, I
favorite's like-
know.
Yeah, my favorite's
are
like,
you drunk or not? And I'm like,
Like,
no.
no, with a smile on my face, tequila coming out of
Yeah.
my brow and out of my pores. Nah,
Wow.
Ma, I'm not drunk. I made it up the steps, lady. Did you hear me? She's like, yeah, I heard you. I heard you stumble and trip over 3-4 steps. Yeah, I know you're drunk. She's like, I'm like, no, I'm not drunk. No. No, yeah, it's like scary to like think about that
Scary, I
stuff.
know.
Real adult fears. is
Real adult
losing
fears.
your parents.
Losing your parents. And we went from what stories we grew up with to now our fears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little therapy session, low key.
Real. But I'm happy we talked about it.
Me
like,
too,
you
me
know,
too.
because it's not like we're alone growing up and
No.
hearing these
No,
stories.
no.
Now we're all.
It's real.
It's real.
It's real.
Student
It's
loan.
Bad credit score. That's what we live for.
Living your 9 to 5. Oh my God.
Oh.
But thank you guys for being here with us during spooky season. Tell us, what are your fears that you grew up with? What are your fears now? And what stories did you grow up with? You know, what other country that like have these similar stories. Anyway, please comment, share, and like and subscribe, guys. We'll see you around. Bye.